Many centuries ago, beyond vast mountains and endless rivers, there stood a magnificent kingdom known as Eldoria. The kingdom was famous throughout the world for its prosperity, powerful army, and wise ruler. Travelers from distant lands often spoke about its golden fields, busy marketplaces, and peaceful citizens. At the center of Eldoria stood a grand castle built from white stone. The castle could be seen from miles away, shining brightly under the sunlight. Inside this castle lived King Alexander, a ruler respected not only for his strength, but also for his kindness. Unlike many kings who cared only about wealth and power, Alexander believed that the happiness of his people was the true measure of success. Every week, he would leave the castle disguised as an ordinary citizen and walk through villages to understand the struggles of his people. One morning, while visiting a small farming village, Alexander met an elderly farmer sitting beside a damaged field. "What troubles you, my friend?" the king asked. The farmer sighed deeply. "The weather has destroyed much of our crop. If things continue this way, many families will struggle during the winter." Alexander listened carefully. The next day, he ordered food reserves from the royal warehouses to be distributed among the affected villages. He also sent engineers to improve irrigation systems and protect farms from future disasters. News of the king's actions spread quickly. The people loved him because he always placed their needs above his own. For many years, peace filled the kingdom. Children played safely in the streets. Merchants traded goods from distant countries. Farmers harvested plentiful crops. Everything seemed perfect. But far beyond Eldoria's borders, a dangerous threat was growing. In a distant land ruled by King Magnus, envy was taking root. Magnus was a powerful ruler who commanded a massive army. Unlike Alexander, he ruled through fear. When he heard stories about Eldoria's wealth and success, jealousy consumed him. "Why should Alexander have everything?" Magnus asked his generals. "He is loved by his people," one general replied. Magnus slammed his fist against the table. "Love does not matter, power matters." From that day forward, Magnus began preparing for war. He recruited thousands of soldiers. He forged new weapons and built alliances with neighboring kingdoms. His ultimate goal was simple: conquer Eldoria. Months passed, and spies eventually brought troubling news to King Alexander. One evening, a royal messenger rushed into the throne room. "Your Majesty," the messenger was breathing heavily. "What is it?" Alexander asked calmly. "The kingdom of Blackstone is preparing for war." The room fell silent. Several ministers exchanged nervous glances. "Are you certain?" asked the king. "Yes, Your Majesty. Our spies have confirmed it." Alexander dismissed the messenger and gathered his advisors. Some recommended immediate military action, while others suggested negotiating with Magnus. The debate continued late into the night. Finally, Alexander stood up. "We will not attack first." The room became quiet. "If war can be avoided, we must avoid it." A senior general frowned. "But Your Majesty, what if Magnus refuses peace?" Alexander looked directly at him. "Then we will defend our kingdom with everything we have." The following week, Alexander sent ambassadors carrying gifts and proposals for peace. Unfortunately, Magnus rejected every offer. His response was short and clear: "Surrender your kingdom or prepare for war." When Alexander received the message, he understood that conflict was now unavoidable. Yet instead of panicking, he began preparing his kingdom. Soldiers intensified their training. Blacksmiths worked day and night. City walls were strengthened. Food supplies were carefully stored. Throughout the kingdom, people prepared for the difficult days ahead. Despite the growing danger, Alexander remained calm. Whenever citizens expressed fear, he encouraged them. "We will face this challenge together." His confidence inspired hope. Months later, scouts arrived with alarming reports. The enemy army had crossed the border. Thousands upon thousands of soldiers marched toward Eldoria. The greatest challenge in the kingdom's history had begun.